Welcome to Lick Friday once more. We're on week 450 this week, and this is a bit of a follow-on from last week because of the Hendrix one seems to have done quite nicely. So if you want some single note licks, go and visit that one first. This week is a kind of a chordal lick, so a chord sequence where it will just show you the way in which Hendrix, easy for me to say, used to kind of move around the chord patterns that he would play. So it's not just staying on a chord, it's more moving within the chords as well. So we're using a blues scale for part of this. There's a B, A, D and E major chords, and there's just a few movements between those which you might actually start using yourself. And the way in which Hendrix played the chord with his thumb, right? And triad, not the full bar chord. Here's the lick. If you did like that, please do consider subscribing, hitting the bell button, and you'll get those notifications come through when I post on YouTube. Visit the socials as well. Patreon, you'll find all sorts of jamming tracks, backing tracks, same thing, lessons that are not on this channel. And yeah, just come along to all the socials as well. The tab, as always, is free on my website dansguitar.com, but everything that you need is actually linked below if you want to press on that more button. Yeah, that's it. Right, so not need to say anything else. There's no backing track, so I'll leave you with the breakdown coming up, then I'll hand you back to me to finish the video. Breakdown. Let's first off look at the chords that we're playing. So we're basing the first little run around a B major, then it goes to an A, then it goes to an D, and then E. So we've got this kind of 4 major chord block going on. So what we're working for, if you were to solo over this, you'd use the basically B blues scale, bringing in some mixolydian kind of tones and things like that as you go through, but that's not really for this lesson, so it's just giving you a quick insight. But the first chord, now the way you would find Hendrix playing these isn't like that, where you're playing a standard bar chord. You will be using your thumb to play the bass note, missing out the A string altogether, so your third finger is going to mute the A string as you play the next 3 strings in that triad, so which is the B note, the E flat, and that one is the F sharp. So you've got basically 4 strings. You're trying to mute the first string and the A string, so that's really important to get this sounding clean. So that's the first hurdle, to be able to strike all the strings and only have 4 of those ringing out. So the thumb I've got playing the thick string and kind of muting the A string. My third finger is sitting slightly higher than it normally would, so it mutes the A string as well. And my first finger is on the left hand is muting the thin E string. So that gives you that. But what you've got to try and do is get into that quickly enough so that you're not bringing out sort of all of these. So if you put the other notes in, the open strings, it sounds pretty damn awful. So that is the same for the A as well. When you get to the E and the D, or in this case D, so I think I use my little finger, yeah, because I'm bringing the little finger into slide, the third finger into slide. So anyway, you're playing the bar chord of D with your first finger on the root, and then your little finger is covering the 7th fret on string D, G and B. So the first finger is actually butting up against the thick string to mute that, and then the thin string is being muted by either your little finger or your first finger, or both, just as fail-safe. And that's the same for the E as well. So just the technique of the chords first before we jump into the actual lick itself. So we start with, or you could do a double strike on the first note as well, which is that F sharp. Okay. So that's basically 9 on the A, and then you've got 7 on the D, 8 on the D, and 9 on the D. of the chord itself. So you're playing the octave with your thumb that comes down onto that thick string. Okay, so let's do that again. Okay, now the next beat, which is beat 2, we've got the triad. Okay, just like that. And then as you're moving down from the B chord to the A chord, keeping that same shape, you've got kind of muting the strings, not overly muting, but just be aware that you don't want them ringing out like that, into the A chord. So starting with the bass note, and then you've got 3 strikes, the same as you did on the B, like that. So you've got okay, so remember that as you're moving from the B, you've got okay, if that makes sense, hopefully. Then you're into the D, which is your 5-7-7-7. Now that little move, the reason that we were using the little finger, and that is because the chord, bringing the little finger into the 7th fret of that A string, sliding that up to the 9, and then making your first finger flat across the D string and the G for that 7th fret. So that brings you into kind of like a D with that major third in the bass this time. So okay, you've got the choice of keeping the major third down or taking it off and just keeping the 2, the 5th and the octave as basically just a double stop by itself. So then what we have after that is the 9-7 pull-off, so which takes you into the root note of the next chord, which is the E. So you got rather nice, and then back into the beginning of the riff. One thing with this is to try and dig in the strings just a little bit harder than you normally would. Once you can get the muting right, that will sound great. But the digging, sort of hitting harder, you get that kind of twangy pop, which gives it that nice Hendrix vibe. So you're almost driving the amp just with a cleaner sound guitar if you can. That's this lick for this week. If you want more Hendrix licks, visit last week, because I put a 4-lick special, maybe a 5-lick special, can't remember now, on there, and that seems to be doing alright, so people are enjoying that one. And the pedal that I'm using is the Plexi Drive by Wampler, just for this sound. There you go, back to me. There it goes. So another lesson passes. It's a good one. I like this style of lick because it's something you can do without actually having any backing tracks, so you can just noodle away on your guitar just with a few chords and see if you can jump in and out of lead lines as you go. So it's kind of melody around chords in a sense. If you did like it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button if you haven't done so already, and visit the Patreon page for more lessons and jamming tracks that you won't find here on YouTube, and my website for the free guitar tab. Shop is all linked below, hopefully, and you can find mugs on there, which you might get your Lick Friday mug. Nice one. And I shall speak to you all soon. So that is it for week 450. See you next week.